CIU News. I'm Khushbu Soni, your host for the broadcast and a contributing editor at CIU News. This is a recorded session and will be available on our website, which is ciunews.co.in, and our CIU News LinkedIn handle. This is an exclusive fireside chat powered by Avaya on transformation through customer experience. Businesses are built by the experience they provide, and every day millions of those experiences are delivered by Avaya. Avaya is shaping what's next for future of work with innovation and partnership that deliver game-changing business benefits. Let me dive in introducing my guest for today. He's Dr. Vineet Bansal, Chief Information Officer at Green Panel Industries Private Limited. Vineet has rich experience of more than 24 years, having a track record of successful implementation of new technologies to transform business. Vineet is a leader in technology and business visionary with hands-on experience in manufacturing, retail, pharmaceutical industry. Vineet is also known to be a transformational business-oriented CIO. Welcome, Vineet.
Thank you.
Our next speaker is Saurabh Lakhanpal. He's an avid CX advocate and has 12 years of experience in providing contact center and workforce optimization solution. He has worked in roles like pre-sales, solution consulting, and sales specialist across leading global organizations. Saurabh has deep understanding of Avaya Contact Center and workforce engagement solutions and understands how these solutions are utilized for enrichment of customer experience. Welcome, Saurabh.
Thanks, Khushbu.
Over to you, Saurabh, for taking forward the fireside chat.
All right. Thanks, Khushbu, and welcome, Dr. Bansal, to this discussion. And if I ask you, would you want to improve your business? I think the obvious answer would be yes, obviously, right? But the real question, I think, is what is the best way to do it? Is it building an excellent product using the latest innovations, or is it improving the customer experience? While I think a good product is equally important, but I personally believe customers don't just buy a product; they perceive the entire process of buying an experience or memory. They recall when doing business with you again. And customer experience has moved from being focused on just customer service to the entire experience a customer has with the organization. And that means, every interaction, be it large or small, and that includes any and all interactions the customer has with the organization's employees, the products, the experience navigating through a website, or interactions on a social media, and much more. And if you focus effectively on customer experience, I think the business is bound to witness significant performance improvements. With that in mind, I think let's dive into the questions to you. And the first question to you is, how are you managing your customer experience, and are you leveraging any digital channels to deliver a supreme customer experience?
Okay. So the Green Panel is known for the quality products, as you know, in the market. And from the beginning, when Greenply was started, and when Green Panel emerged from Greenply in 2019. So Green Panel is focused on quality products. And obviously, when you want to retain your market, and you want to be in the market, and so customer experience is equally important, because you cannot retain your market if the experience of customer is not there. So quality, parallelly, the customer experience is very important to retain your quality. So that's what we are using, the CRM tools and dealer management system also we have just launched in COVID time. So these are the platforms where we are trying to get the customer's experience better, so that we can also give them best quality and the best customer experience. Like we have a range of products. We have premium products like veneer, natural veneers and wooden flooring as well. So these are the products where customer go to the market and want to feel the product, want to touch and feel the products. So these products are basically enhance the customer experience. And without technology, definitely these are not possible. Even customer wants to visit the factories, want to have a uh, look of the product, but nowadays, like the factory visit is not possible, and because of the COVID. So to give them a real feeling of the products, we have launched this platform, so that the uh, they can get the details of the products on their mobile phones or on the portal, so that they can go through the product and they can select the designs and they can make the selections of the product.
Right, right. And as you also rightly pointed out, I think the customer experience also would be a brand differentiator in the very near future, instead of just the price and the value of the product. You need to combine it with the customer experience, with the product quality to get a brand differentiation. Since you mentioned that your organization is taking care of the customer experience very well during the COVID time as well. How are you measuring customer experience or CX? And would you want to share some light on the techniques the emerging CX hits can use?
Yeah, I think like if you want to measure the customer experience, quality complaints or the quality of the product is the measure, I think, measurement for that. Means if you are getting lots of complaints in the product, so it means your product is not good, and obviously your customer is not will not be happy with the quality of the product, and the customer experience will go down, obviously. So, and if your quality is good and you are getting less number of complaints, and you have the system where you can monitor the quality complaints, you can, improvise your product at the factory level. So these are the, I think, measures where you can control the customer experience of the product.
All right. And I think you would agree that with the current, growth in technology, everyone wants to move to cloud. What's your strategy around it? Are you moving to cloud or already have moved to cloud? And what factors would you consider are more important if somebody wants to move to the cloud?
I think the cloud journey is different for different customers. Like in our case, where we are the manufacturing company, and the load is very predictable. We know our load. We know, like the load of our platforms are very predictable. We know, like, how many users will be accessing the servers and applications. So where you have the predictable loads and you have the vision of the applications which you are going to launch. So there, as per our experience, on-prem environment or hybrid environment is the best. Hybrid means, for example, for some of the applications which are web applications where you don't have idea, means how many users will be using that applications, and it may require the scalability. So at the time, the cloud is the best choice. But when you have the predictable load where these many number of users will use this application, so their on-prem is better, and it is now, it means in today's time also it is more secure, that we have seen. So that's what the hybrid environment is best suited for manufacturing industries, and wherever it is, wherever we thought that, the scalability, we require the scalability, we should opt for the cloud, where, we don't need to invest immediately. And but where, we have the predictable load, there, on-prem is the best choice.
All right. And since your customer base is very vast, I mean, you have customers from HNI customer base as well, or from a lower segment as well, and there is a vast dealer management network as well, right? So, what are the various touch points that you provide to your customers to reach out to you, and are you doing any kind of customer journey mapping across those touch points?
We have teams. We have teams who actually, where we have the toll-free numbers also, where the customer can reach to us, and through the platform also we are trying to let the customers know about us. Uh, and in today's environment, today's scenario, actually, there are multiple medias, social medias, and multiple platforms are there where customer can, listen about you. Customer, because anyone, if someone is buying any product, his first and obvious choice is to go to the Google and try to find out about the product. And our product is something, we have like a vast number of means different range of products like MDF, plywood, veneers, wooden flooring. So in MDF and plywood, because these are the back-end applications, and these are the products which are chosen based on the. So MDF and plywood is the back-end applications, and where it goes with the choice, with the advice of the carpenters. But wooden flooring, the veneers, these are the products basically which customer want to select themselves, because these are the front-end applications, right? So these different taste of the products, the strategy of these products are different. For MDF and plywood, it's different, and for these veneer and customer facing, you can say these are the customer facing products, where customer wants to buy directly and wants to have a look before selecting the product.
Every industry moving towards automation and making use of chatbots, and now voice bot is also coming to give an option of self-serve to customers and improve the customer experience. What about your industry and organization? Are you also looking at automation and self-service options in terms of bots?
Yeah, definitely. Actually, our marketing team is working on that, and because we, in our product range, we have the similar kind of queries from the different customers, like what is MDF, what is the difference between MDF and ply? Should we use plywood, or should we use MDF? So these are the some of the queries which I think everyone have. Even I also have. If I will go to the market and want to buy the MDF or ply, so I will have those many queries. So, and these are the queries which can be answered, or which can be answered easily by chatbot or easily by a platform, uh, where we have these certain type of um, queries there, and those can be answered by the chatbot. So similar platform we are working on, and soon we will be having that platform where customer can get the answers from the chatbot. And voice bot definitely is can be the choice, but in our case, I think chatbot will also be the same.
Okay. And that brings me to my last question, which is, around the current situation that we are in, COVID-19. Everybody hates it, and every industry or every organization has moved their work from home. How has it been for your industry, your organization, and from your from green panel perspective, are you monitoring your employees while the work has moved to home? And are there any data security concerns that you're facing around that?
So we are coming office from, I think, May onwards. So actually, in every manufacturing companies, they are not, if you left the IT industry. So IT industry, it is possible, their employees can work from home and you can monitor those employees because there are tools where you can measure the performance of the employees from their home. But in our industry, because it is manufacturing, and in manufacturing unit, everybody has to come. Only the head office staff can work from home. But what we have seen is, in most of the manufacturing companies, work from home culture is not suitable for them. So that's what we are working from office. But definitely, we were having the tools, we were having the technologies where when people were working from home, like we were having Microsoft Team, through which through which meetings can be done, and through which now and I think the best part is most of the meetings are happening on these platforms now. So the traveling is, we are keeping traveling very low. We are doing only when it is very much required. Otherwise, most of the meetings are happening through Microsoft Teams. And from the security point of view and from the work from home point of view, we were having already having the accessibility and the security measures where people can access, for example, applications like SAP from their home. So those were already there. So that's what we have not faced any challenge during that period.
All right. That brings us to an end. Thank you, Dr. Bansal, for your time with us today. I really appreciate it. Back to you, Khushbu.
Great. Thank you so much, Dr. Bansal. Thank you, Saurabh, for joining us for this fireside chat. And here we end our second episode. Thank you so much, sir.